How to join the elite part 14. This is going to be a simple one, and quite frankly, from time to time, a lot of us will get enamored with individuals who tend to be very charismatic, or who can captivate an audience, or who have a lot of wisdom. But when you look inside the hood of the car, when you look inside the substance of these individuals, you tend to realize that a lot of their knowledge, a lot of their experience, or a lot of what they push is glorified fear-mongering. And in Join the Elite Part 14, I'm going to emphasize to you guys, do not indulge in fear porn. I'll probably not call it Don't Indulge in Fear Porn, but I'll find a title of something a bit more appropriate. Now, we as men, we in American society in general, especially if you're a black male, you have been fed all sorts of sayings and all sorts of witty quotes about how you're last hired, first fired. When white American gets cold, you get AIDS, or how, I don't know, they're coming to take your jobs, or the old sayings about how the white man did it and white supremacy this, and freaking, it's just all sorts of crap. And now you got a lot of young people who are pushing their narrative of like, just, it's his fault, it's that fault, it's the black women's fault, and it's immigrant supremacy, and freaking alien supremacy, Martian supremacy, and biracial pretty boy supremacy, all this sort of crap. Look, don't feed into fear porn. Don't fap the fear porn. Ooh, I should. Don't fap fear. Alright, sorry to break the mood, but don't fap into the fear. There you go. And if they censor this, it's hashtag YouTube over party. Don't fap. What is fap? They don't know what fap is. Maybe they do, but don't mentally fap into the fear. A lot of guys who will tell you about white supremacy this, or in the case of whites, Jewish supremacy, the Illuminati, the Jewish Central Banker, Voltron Megaforce, powers activate, all this other crap. Look into the lives of these people. Especially if these are people who are not well known. And what you will find is that a lot of these individuals themselves are either utter failures, or if they do have wisdom and knowledge and expertise, it doesn't come through studying and discipline and learning the right way. It comes through fucking up so much. Now, I'm not saying these guys aren't smart or aren't teachers or credible or anything like that. And yeah, look. But what do I, there's a meaning, there's a thing that is said about a lot of people in that position. Those who don't do, teach. Those who don't do, teach. And this isn't to discredit teachers. We need teachers in this society. We need teachers and experts and guidance counselors to guide us to places where we want to be in life. And in a lot of cases, guide us to places where they were incapable of going in life while they had the chance. But a lot of these individuals, let's be honest, there are some individuals who are competent teachers, and who know their stuff and who know what they're talking about. But for the majority of people who are fearmongers out there, who talk about white supremacy this, or the Jewish Bank Defense Force that, whatever, a lot of these guys don't even know, what the hell they're talking about. A lot of these guys, half the time, I wouldn't be surprised if they're high on opioids or crack. Just call it what it is. Those who do know what they're doing, I'd say, the last group I mentioned, I'd say probably 45% of those guys who I'm referring to in this FAP fear, or fear FAP. The other 45% of guys do know what they're talking about and do know what they're doing. And in many cases, do know what they're teaching. And what they're teaching is an instillation of fear, an instillment of stagnation, a propensity for their viewers to stay where they are mentally. And the reason, and a lot of it is taught through half-truths. They'll say one thing that's true about history, but they'll spin it and make it as if stuff like that is happening today, or stuff like that is the reason why you personally are failing in life. And the reason why they do this is simple. It's because of money. And it's not only just to make money, it's to retain customers. It's to have the same group of people buy the same products. I mean, we've seen it with, I'm not going to even throw any shade, Hidden Colors. Yeah, Hidden Colors, okay, yeah, it showed history on black history and what happened and what the white men done did and didn't do's and done did. There you go. That's going to be a future video right there. I may just go off and just cooking din-do's and dun-dits. But as far as that's concerned, yeah, okay. Historically, the white man did this and white people did that. Okay. Well, are they doing that today? Really? Are they doing that today? And I'm not saying this in a disingenuous way to say that there aren't plenty of people, there are plenty of whites who hold that sentiment and desire of wanting to do that if they could to blacks and other minorities today. But are they really doing that today? Or is the average white person who's in this position as the mediocre Negro, are they not struggling with bills and having their eyeballs up with debt and clogging up Dave Ramsey's phone freaking 29 hours a day or whatever? Or in the worst case scenario, strung out on heroin and opioids to the point in which their sons and daughters see a lack of a father figure to the point in which they go out and seek the daughter goes out and seeks black men as a sign of masculinity, and the son goes out and ends up either becomes some SJW hipster because he wanted to buck the trend of whatever white trash background he came from, or follows his dad and becomes an alt-right MGTOW white nationalist who chase self-hating Asian women. And I'm not even being facetious when it comes to those two examples. A lot of these examples of white women and white men, young white women and young white men, millennials, who end up becoming either SJWs, alt-righters, or in the case of women, seeking men outside their race, a lot of it isn't because of, well, black men have swag, or the black men, they hate the black men, and they want to go against them. No, it's not because of that. It's because of a lack of white male leadership in the home. And a lot of people think, well, it's just black men who have lack of leadership and we don't have fathers in the house and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not just black. Maybe in the 80s and 90s it was like that, where it was only the black men who, or black family or black kids who didn't have their fathers around. But increasingly it's affecting the white community too. One thing I will say about the fear mongers is what they have right, or what they're saying is right, is that white society on average is 30 years behind black society when it comes to deviant behavior and deviant patterns specifically. But regardless of all this fear porn that's pushed and that's shoved in your face, how do you respond to that? Well, if you're incapable of taking the little tips that they tell you that's truth and separating that from the fear mongering, don't listen to it at all. Ignore it. I mean, but in reality, a lot of these fear mongers have their place. And it's not to listen to them verbatim and take everything they say literally. It's to learn from them. It's to learn from them what are literally through the knowledge that they have from years of messing up, as we all do. You know, I'm not knocking on people who mess up and end up with some women who ends up leaving them and has a bastard kid. No, I'm not criticizing those guys. Okay, you may have screwed up personally, but who did it really affect in society? What I'm saying, take the tidbits that are useful, leave the rest to waste. Or in some cases, like some of these pro-blacks out there, watch what they're doing and do everything the exact opposite. For starters, don't go around talking trash to your to the people you're beefing with on phones and cell room and hotel rooms while nobody's on the other line. Let's start with that. That's a hell of a start right there. You can do that. You are on your way. Freaking Jermaine in the hotel. Never mind. But there I see some of these people who will watch a lot of these videos of men talking about how, and these are the smarter men. These are the men who have a bit more respect. I mean, I'm not knocking on these men particularly, but you have these men out here, these guys on YouTube making videos about the AI takeover and the robot revolution, and yeah, what they're saying is truth, but it comes across as a bit cringy in the way that they're describing it. It's like, well, the robots are coming, they're coming for your jobs, and oh my goodness, they're going to take your jobs. There's going to be 50 million unemployed people by the year 2020. Or in the case of women, they'll say the same things like, oh, in the 99-1 rule, 99% of the girls are sleeping with that 1% of guys, and if you're not that 1%, you might as well go MGTOW and it more, and unless you're a psychopath, and you get nothing from me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, what these guys are saying, it has fact in it. Yes, I will admit it. It is factual. But you take what they're saying and don't fear. Don't indulge. Don't fap to the fear. Listen to it, watch it, but don't fap to it. Take what they're saying and improve yourself. If you're worried about the robots taking your jobs, learn to operate a freaking robot. Go back to school. Or go on the internet. Learn programming. Learn which programs these robots and AI is going to be utilized with in the near future. So you can drive cars. You can drive Uber from your own house. Well, you can sit there and watch the freaking Patriots rig another Super Bowl game. Or better yet, or watch the Cavs and the Warriors face off for the 15th time in the finals. That's what you could be doing. You could operate robots from your freaking house. How about that? And when it comes to women, yeah, women today are more scandalous than ever. They're more conniving than ever. They're talking about Me Too this and watch out for women. If you're not hot, well, actually, that is sort of true. If you're not hot and you say hi, that is sexual harassment, and that's sort of true. But if you're worried about women being nasty and mean, okay, well, either become the guy that women want, or make your money while learning programming and getting the job, working with androids and AIs, and get your 6 gigs so you can get out of America, or at the very least take constant vacations to places where women are more cooperative. It's that simple. But enough of this fear fap crap. Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. Don't indulge and say, yo, women ain't shit. This woman ain't shit, and that woman, she can eat a thug dick because that's what she does. I'm gonna fap. Yeah. Anyway, just some encouragement for you guys out there. Don't fap to the fear. Everyone else out there, always bet on X.